Shalom, Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General YAHANNA is putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time sending curses to them enemies.
Shalom. It's that time again, Israel. It's the Lord's 54th annual Passover in North Carolina.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh?
The I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General YAHANNA will be hosting the Lord's 54th annual Passover in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Convention Center. This is something that you do not want to miss. Make sure that y'all bring the entire family.
Oh, you think I'm bullshitting? Wait till I get with you. If I gotta go to ground, I'ma shut the town down. I ain't about to stop until I hear sand down. All you gonna see is a lot of man down.
The Downtown Raleigh Convention Center.
We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the metaphor.
For Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Go to ISUPK.com to purchase your tickets today. $200 per every adult over the age of 17 years old.
We are not the same. No, we not related. I'm not stuck on living. Death is a vacation. My camp undefeated. You cannot debate. You just want the clout.
The
Just
Lord's
want the grade.
54th annual Passover, April the 1st, is coming down to Raleigh, North Carolina. That's right. Commander General YAHANNA has done it again. You don't want to miss this. Pull yourself. Pull yourself.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm
All right, I want to see that. You want to see the paper in there? I know we're in Exodus. Yeah, we're in Exodus. We'll find it. I got it. Yeah. Appreciate it. Young man Lamont, present yourself.
Young man Lamont, by YAHANNA, by YAHSHUP.
Young man Lamont, by YAHANNA, by YAHSHUP.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. All right, Amajim, Sarpanwa, Hakwadam, which means turn and face the east. We're going to say the prayers, initially in the Hebrew, and then in the English.
This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Kaya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malatuka, Daba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Baharataza, Slakia, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathunlanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kawabatinawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawabatinawa, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayanawa, Banasaya 1. Abor, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Waha'ala, Wahaparith, Lawalumyam, Aman.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it.
It's a prayer for the power in Hebrew. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Babakashah, Nathunlanawa, Hakak, Lara Pa'ah, Kal Makalah, Wakal Matawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarium, Hakak, Lahakwium, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarashun, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, THAWADAH.
In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Maka'ala, Wa Alahayim, Batazabaya, Alawap Yahanna, Ha Alawapyam, Hasaranyam, Hakwatazayanyam, Hakayayoyo, Wa Akwathyan, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, THAWADAH.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Aharyam, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Isariah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Sharayam, Wa'aratazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashemash, Lahayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashamar, Athna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaathka, Wabuwaaka, Mayatha, Wide Abalam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Thakarash, wa all Thashakwat, Al Kayahana, Al Yabika, Yamawan, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Ya'armwa, Sabbath, Wayatha, Ya'atazawa, Al Tazawapanyaka, Arwa, Lakawa, Wanakakirim, Magawaya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha Allah, Iwada, Kaya, Naiwataza, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Alara, Adawa, Wa Yashima Allah, it's like it, Wa Yashimai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wayamawan, Wayamalak, Palashath, Am Yeshabya, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Selah, Ashalaham, Kamadyan, Kasaya Sarah, Kayabyan, Banakor, Kwashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandara, Hayawa, Daman, Lanama'a, Shayatamwa, Nadayatmawa, Karab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazor, Mana'ai, Kanaya Samwaka, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarashah, Lanawa, Ath, Nayawath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Rakah, Ka'ash, Dabiya Ira, Wakalahaba, Thalahat, Harayam, Kantar Datma, Bisa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapathka, Tabahalam, Mahala, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabalawa, Aja'ai, Wayakapara, Wayabawa, Wayadayawa, Kayatha, Shemka, Yahawa, Labatka, Ayawan, Al-Kaharataza.
In the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasha Allah may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb. Yea, all their princes as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind. As a fire burneth the wood, and as a flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Sorry. I.S.U.P. means to be seated. All right. It's the I.S.U.P.K. Sabbath service. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Salakia, Shalom, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah to all the brothers, Yahweh Shamar, Alatha B'Hashem Yahweh Shah to all my sisters. This is the I.S.U.P.K. Sabbath service of Fayetteville, North Carolina, man. And what we're going to do is go into the Torah, okay, and we're going to read about the things that were written aforetime, for the sake of our understanding, for the sake of our nation's wisdom. See, the thing about the I.S.U.P.K, we are bringing our nation back to our heritage, to our customs, to our traditions. We're gathering blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians back together as one nation under Christ, man. All right? And nowhere else on the earth is this happening outside of the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA, all right? So if you at home, get you a Bible, get you a King James version, preferably a 1611, and we're going to go into the Old Testament and read out of the Torah, okay? So we're starting at.
Left off last week. Today is the 11th, right? So we're at Exodus 36 and verse 14. No, I got you.
You got it?
We're going to start here in the book of Exodus, chapter 39. It's like Exodus chapter 36 and verse 14. In the Syrian Hebrew, 1 second. 36 and 14. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Let me get there with you. There you go. You got it? Okay, cool. YAHSHA, it's like it. YAHSHA, Yahweh Ya'ith, Atazayam, La'ahal, Al, Hamashakan, Aishath, Aishira'ah, Yahweh Ya'ith, Aisha'ah, Atham, Harak, Hayara Ya'ah, Ha'akath, Shayam, Ba'ama'ah, Ra'arabai, Amawath, Rakab, Hayara Ya'ah, Ha'akath, Mada'ah, Akath, La'aishathya, Aishira'ah, Yara Ya'ith, Waya Kabar, verse 16, Waya Kabar, Ath, Kamash, Hayara Ya'ith, Labad, Wa'ath, Shah, Hayara Ya'ith, Lakad, Waya'aish, Lala'ath, Kamashayam, Al, Shapath, Hayara'ith, that's like a Hayara'ayah, Hakwaya Taza Na'ah, Bamaka Barath, Wakama, it's like a Wakamashayam, Lala'ath, Aisha'ah, Al, Shapath, Hayara Ya'ah, Akabarath, Hashanayath, verse 18, Wayasha, Wayaisha, Kwayasaya, Nakashath, Kamashayam, Lakabar, Ath, Ha'alah, Lahayath, Akkad, 19, Wayaish, Makasa'ah, La'ahal, Irath, Alayam, Ma'adamayam, Wamakasa'ah, Irath, Thakashayam, Malama'ai La'ah, verse 20, Wayaish, Ath, Akwarashayam, Lama Shakan, Itazayah, Shatayam, Amadayam.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 36 and verse 14. And he made curtains, goats, hair for the tent over the tabernacle. Even curtains he made them. Verse 15, the length of one curtain was 30 cubits, and 4 cubits was the breadth of one curtain, and 11 curtains were of one size. Verse 16, and he coupled 5 curtains by themselves and 6 curtains by themselves. Verse 17, and he made 50 loops upon the uttermost edge of the curtain in the coupling, and 50 loops made he upon edge of the certain which coupleth the second. Verse 18, and he made 50 taches of brass to couple the tent together, that it might be one. Verse 19, and he made a covering for the tent of ram's skin dyed red, and a covering of badger's skin above that. Verse 20, and he made boards for tabernacle of shittim wood standing up.
Okay. Verse 21. Asherah, Amath, Iraq, Hakorayash, Wa'ama'ah, Wakatazayah, Ha'ama'ah, Rakab, Hakorash, Ha'akad, 22. Shethayah, Yarath, Lakoraash, Ha'akad, Mashalabath, Akath, Al, Hakath, Khan, Aisha'ah, Lakalah, Kwarashayah, Hama Shakan, verse 23. Wayaish, Ath, Hakorash Shayam, Lama Shakan, Aisha Rayam, Kwarashayam, Lapa'ath, Nagab, Thayamana, so it's like Thayamana'ah, 24. Wa'arabah, Ayam, Adonayah, it's like it. Kasapa, Aisha'ah, Thakatha, Aisha Ya'am, Hakoraya Shayam, Shanayah, Adonayam, Thakatha, Hakorayash, Ha'akad, Lashathaya, it's like it. Lashataya, Yarath, Yawah, Washanaya, Adonayam, Thakatha, Hakorayash, Ha'adam, Lashathaya, Yadatha, Yawah, 25. Wala Taza La'ai, Hama Shakan, Hashanayath, Lapa'ath, I Taza, Slaki, Taza Pawan, Aisha'ah, Aishayam, Kwara Shayam, 26. Wa'arabah, Ayam, Adonayam, Kasap, Shanayah, Adonayam, Thakatha, Hakwarash, Ha'akad, Washanayah, Adonayam, Thakatha, Hakwarash, Ha'akad, 27. Walaya Rakathia. Hamashakan. Yama'a. Aisha'a. Shasha'a. Kwarashayam. 21 to 27.
All right, it's the book of Exodus, chapter 36 and verse 21. The length of a board was 10 cubits, and the breadth of a board 1 cubit and a half. Verse 22. One board had 2 tenons, equally distant from another. Thus did he make for all the boards of the tabernacle. 23. He made boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards for the south side southward. Verse 24. And the 40 sockets of silver he made under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board for his 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under another board for his 2 tenons. Verse 25. And for the other side of the tabernacle, which is toward the north corner, he made 20 boards. Verse 26. And there are 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. Verse 27. And for the sides of the tabernacle westward, he made 6 boards. Verse 28. And 2 boards he made for the corners of the tabernacle in the 2 sides. Verse 29. And they were coupled beneath and coupled together at the head thereof to one ring. Thus he did to both of them in both the corners. That's the end of verse 29.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 36 and verse 28. Washanaya, Korashayam, Aisha'a, Lamakwa Taza Aith, Hamashakan, Baya Rakathayam. 29. Wahayawa, Tawa'a Slakim, Tawa'a Matha, Slakim, Tawa'a Math. Yeah, Tawa'a Ma. 29. Alamata'a, Wayaka Dawa, Yahayawa, Tamayam, Al, Washawa, Al, Hataba'ith, Ha'akath, Khan, Asha'a, Lashana Ya'am, Lashanaya, Hamakwa Tazaya'ith. Verse 30. Wahayawa, Shamana'a, Kwarashathyam, Wa'ada Nayaham, Kasapa, Shasha'a, Ashar, Adanayam, Shanaya, Adanayam, Shanaya, Adanayam, Thakatha, Quatha Saki, Hakwarash, Ha'akad, Waya Aisha, Barayakaya, I Tazaya, Shetayam, Hakashaya, Lakwarashya, Tazala'ai, Hamashakayan, Ha'akath. It's 32. Wakamasha, Wakamasha, Bara Yakam, Lakwara Shaya, Tazala'ai, Hamashakan, Hashanayath, Wakamasha'a, Barayakam, Lakwara Shaya, Hamashakan, Larayakathium, Yama'a. Verse 33. Wayasha, Ath, Habarayak, Hatha Yakan, Labarak, Bathawak, Hakarashayam, Man, Hakwa Taza'a, Al, Hakwa Taza'a. Verse 34. Wa'ath, Hakwara Shayam, Taza Pa'a, Za'ab, Wa'ath, Taba'ithium, I, Sha'a, Za'ab, Bathayam, Labara Kam, Waya Taza Pa, Ath, Habara Yakam, Za'ab.
All right, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 36 and verse 28. And 2 boards made he for the corners of the tabernacle in the 2 sides. Verse 29. And they were coupled beneath and coupled together at the head thereof to one ring. Thus he did to both of them in both the corners. Verse 30. And there were 8 boards, and their sockets were 16 sockets of silver, under every board 2 sockets. Verse 31. And he made bars of shittim wood, 5 for the boards on the one side of the tabernacle. Verse 32. And 5 bars for the boards on the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the tabernacle for the sides westward. Verse 33. And he made the middle bar to shoot through the boards from the one end to the other. Verse 34. And he overlaid the boards with gold and made their rings of gold to be places for the bars, and overlaid the bars with gold.
Is it?
That's heavy. You know, those brothers that were responsible for constructing the tabernacle, man, they had to pay attention to detail. You know, and these are very intricate, ornate instructions that the Lord gave Bezaleel and Aholiab and all the men under their charge. It's very, very important that you learn to follow orders and follow those orders to a T, okay? The Lord requires this of you, all right? You're not prepared for the kingdom if you can't follow orders. That begins with saying con out of one con, all right? Keep going. Is that it on that? Yeah, this grouping of scriptures, it sounds redundant and it sounds mundane, but you can just only imagine how glorious the tabernacle was based off of the uniformity of all these elements. You stepped in that tabernacle, man, and I know it was just overwhelming. It was breathtaking, you know. And the Christian church tries to emulate, you know, this tabernacle, but the Spirit don't dwell there, all right? You ready?
Oh, concert. Hold on 1 second. Where I'm at.
Yeah, the Spirit of the Lord don't.
Messenger.
Oh, Most High Christ.
Shout out to Thalo out of South Carolina, man.
Damn right, Most High Christ, for tuning in, brother.
Let me see. We in what verse we in, brother? We in 36. Yeah, 36, 35. I got you. Y'all blew that Bible up, brother. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 36, verse 35. YAHANNA, Haparakath. We still on that. You too. We got three verses left. Like three sevens left. No special. All right. Haparakath, Thakalath, Wa'a Raga Mawan, Watha Wala'ith, Washasha, Mashazar, Maisha'a, Kashab, Aisha'a, Ata'a, Karabayam, Waya Asha, Waya Aish, Laha, Arabaya, Amawa, Daya, Shatayam, Waya Tazapam, Zaab, Wawaya Wawa Ya'am, Za'ab, Waya Tazakwa, Laham, Araba'ai, Adanaya, Kasap, Waya Aish, Masak, Lapathaka, Ha'a'al, Bakalath, Wahara Gamawan, Wathawa La'aith, Shanaya, Washasha, Mashazar, Ma'ai Sha'ah, Wakwayam, Wa'ath, Amawa Danawa, Kamasha'ah, Wa'ath, Wawayoam, Wa Tazapa'ah, Wa'ashara, Slaka, Wa'ash Yaham, Wakasha Kwayam, Za'ab, Wa'ad, Naham, Kamasha, Nakashath. Verse 1, where we at? What's that, verse 3? Okay. 37 and Exodus 37 and verse 1. Waya Aish, Batazala'al, Ath, Ha'aran, Tazayah, Shatayam, Amathayam, Waka Tazayah, Arakan, Arakawa, Wa'ama'a, Waka Tazayah, Raka Bawa, Wa'ama'a, Waka Tazayah, Kwamathawa, Slaki, Wayataza, Pa'awa, Za'ab, Taha, Wara, Ta'ara, Mabayath, Wamaka, Yataza, Wayasha, Lawa, Za'ar, Zahab, Sabayab. Verse 3. Wayatazakwa, Lawa, Araib, Taba'aith, Zakab, Al, Araba'ai, Pa'aima Thayawa, Washathaya, Taba'aith, Al, Tazala'aiwa, Ha'akath, Washathaya, Taba'ayawath, Al, Tazalawa'ai, Hashanayath. 36 to verse 3. Yep.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 36 and verse 35. And he made a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twin linen within cherubims. Made he it of cunning work. Verse 36. And he made thereunto 4 pillars of shittim wood and overlaid them with gold. Their hooks were of gold, and he cast for them 4 sockets of silver. Verse 37. And he made an hanging for the tabernacle door of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twin linen of needlework. Verse 38. And the 5 pillars of it with their hooks, and he overlaid their chapiters and their fillets with gold, but their 5 sockets were of brass. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 37 and verse 1. And Bezaleel made the ark of shittim wood, 2 cubits and a half was the length of it, and 1 cubit and a half the breadth of it, and 1 cubit and a half the height of it. And he overlaid it with pure gold within and without, and made a crown of gold to it round about. Verse 3. And he cast for it 4 rings of gold to be set by the 4 corners of it, even 2 rings upon the one side of it, and 2 rings upon the other side of it. That's the end.
Okay, got you. 1 second, brother. All right. This is the book of, cross it out for me right here in this one. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 37 and verse 4. Waya Aish, Baraya, I Tazaya, Shatayam, Waya Tazapa, Atham, Za'ab, Waya Ba'a, Ath, Habadayam, Bataba'aith, Al, Tazala'aith, Ha'a-ran, Lasha'ath, Ath, Ha'a-ran, Waya Aish, Kaparath, Za'ab, Tahawar, it's like a Tahawara, Amathayam, Wakatazaya, Araka'a, Wa'a Wakatazaya, Rakaba'a. Verse 7, Waya Aish, Shanaya, Karabayam, Za'ab, Makwa Sha'a, I Sha'a, Atham, Mashanaya, Kwa Tazawath, Haka Parath. Verse 8, Karawaba, Akkad, Makwa Taza'a, Maza'a, Wakwara Wab, Akkad, Makwa Taza'a, Maza'a, Man, Hakaparath, I Sha'a, Ath, Hakara Bayam, Mashanaya, Kwa Tazawawath, Kwa Tazawawath Yawa. We stop at verse 10, okay. Verse 9. Waya'a. Hakara Bayam. Parashiyah. Kana Payam. Lama'ai La'a. Sa Kakayam. Bakana Pa Yaham. Al. Hakaparath. Wapana Yaham, Ayash, Al, Akayawan, Al, Hakapa Rath, Hayawa, Panaya, Hakara Bayam. Verse 10, Waya Aish, Ath, Hashalakan, I Tazaya, Shatayam, Amamayam, Amathayam, Arakawa, Wa'ama'a, Rakabawa, Wa'ama, Waka Tazaya, Kwamathath, Kwamathawa.
All right, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 37 and verse 4. And he made staves of shittim wood and overlaid them with gold. Verse 5, and he put the staves into the rings by the sides of the ark to bear the ark. Verse 6, and he made the mercy seat of pure gold, 2 cubits and a half was the length thereof, and 1 cubit and a half the breadth thereof. Verse 7, and he made 2 cherubims of gold, beaten out of one piece, made he them on the 2 ends of the mercy seat. Verse 8, the cherubim on the end on this side, and another cherub on the other end of that side.
So Salaki, if I may, when we talk about a cherub, don't think of that naked baby that you see on Valentine's Day with the bow and arrow on the wings. That's the oppressor's lascivious nature of wanting to be a pedophile. That has nothing at all to do with the cherubs that the Bible is speaking of. And I got the Zondervan Pictorial Dictionary, and it says that a cherub, outside the Bible, the English plural is cherubs. Cherubim are living heavenly creatures in winged human animal form with the faces of lion, ox, man, and eagle, guardians of Eden. Two golden cherubim were placed on the mercy seat above the ark. Okay, and this is what we're talking about. Curtains of the tabernacle were embroidered with cherubim, and it says that the Most High dwelt between cherubim, and it gives precepts. Get you a Zondervan Pictorial Dictionary, Bible dictionary, so that you can understand the context of the things that you're reading in the Bible. This is the reason why a lot of Christians say they don't understand the Old Testament or just the Bible in general, because you don't have an understanding. You got to get you a dictionary, get an encyclopedia, do your research. All right. It's not naked babies that we're talking about here, all right?
That's not the God that we serve. Salakia. You can continue, brother.
Continuing verse 8. Out of the mercy seat made he the cherubims on the two ends thereof. Verse 9. And the cherubims spread out their wings on high, and covered with their wings over the mercy seat, with their faces to one another. Right. Even to the mercy seatward were the faces of the cherubims. Verse 10. And he made the table of the shittim wood, 2 cubits was the length thereof, and a cubit breadth thereof, and the cubit and a half height thereof. Verse 10.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 37, verse 11. Slakia. Waya tazapa, athawa zaab, taha wara, waya aish, lawa zara, zahab, sabayaba, sayaba, sabayab. Verse 12. Waya aish, lawa, masaga, rath, tapak, sabayab, waya aish, Zara, Zahab, Lamasa, Garathwa, Saga, Sabayab, verse 13. Waya Tazakwa, Lawa, Arabai, Tabaith, Zaab, Wayathan, Ath, Hatabaith, La'ah, Ayal, Arabai, Hapa'ath, Ashar, Lahara Ba'ai, Raga La Yawa. Verse 14. La'amath, Hamasagarath, Hayawa, Hataba'aith, Bathram, Labadayam, Lasha'ath, Ath, Hashalakan. Verse 15. Waya Aish, Ath, Habadayam, I Tazayah, Shatayam, Waza'ab, Wa Ya Tazapa, Atham, Za'ab, Lasha'ath, Ath, Ha Shalakan. Verse 16. Waya Aish, Ath, Hakalam, Hakalayam, Ashor, Al, Hashalakan, Ath, Kwa I Ra Thayawa, Wa'ath, Kapathawa, it's like a Kapathayawa, Wa'ath, Manakwa Yathawa, Wa'ath, Hakwasha, Wa'ath, Ashar, Yasak, Pawan, lucky Paha'an, Za'ab, Sa'ara, verse 17. Why Aish, Ath, Hamanara'a, Za'ab, Tahawar, Makwasha'a, Aisha'a, Ath, Hamanara'a, Yaraka'a, Wakwana'a, Gabaya Aya'a, Kabath Raya'a, Waparak Ya'a, Hayawa.
All right, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 37 and verse 11. And he overlaid it with pure gold and made thereunto a crown of gold round about. That's right. Verse 12. And he made thereunto a border of a handbreadth round about, and made a crown of gold for the border thereof round about. Verse 13. And he cast out for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings upon 4 corners that were in the 4 feet thereof. Verse 14. Over against the border were the rings, the places for the staves to bear the table. Verse 15. And he made the staves of shittim wood and overlaid them with gold to bear the table. Verse 16. And he made the vessels which were upon the table, his dishes and his spoons and his bowls, and his covers to cover withal of pure gold. Verse 17, and he made the candlestick of pure gold, of beaten work, made he the candlestick, his shaft, and his branch, his bowls, his knops, and his flowers were of the same. And that's the end of 17.
Water, brother. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 37 and verse 18. Wa shasha'ah, kwanayam, ya taza al yam, ma taza da yawa, yaha, shala sha'ah, kwanaya, mana ra'ah, ma taza da'ah, ha'akad, wa shala sha'ah, kwanaya, mana ra'ah, ma taza da'ah, hashanaya. Verse 19, shala shah, gaba'ayam, Mashaquad yam, Mashaqua dayam, Bakwanaa, Ha'akad, Kapathra, Waparak, Washa Lasha, Gabaayam, Mashaqua dayam, Bakwanaa, Hakad, Kapathara, Waparak Khan, Lashashath, Hakwa Nayam, Haya Taza Ayam, Mana, Hama Nara'a, verse 20. Waba Mana Ra'a, Araba'ai, Gaba'ayam, Mashaqwa Dayam, Kapath Raya'a, Waparak Ya'a, 21. Wakapathra, Thakatha, Shanaya, Hakwa Nayam, Mama Na'a, Wakapathra, Thakatha, Shanaya, Hakwa Nayam, Mama Na'a, Wakapathra, Thakatha, Shanaya, Hakwa Nayam, Mama Na'a, Shath, Hakwa Nayam, Haya Taza Ayam, Mama Na'a, verse 22. Kapath Ra Yahum, Wakwanath Yahum, Mama Na'a, Hayawa Kala, Makwa Sha'a, Hakath Zahab, Tahawarar, verse 23. Waya Aish, Ath, Narath Yaha, Aba'ai, Wamalakwa Kayam, Wamaka the Yaha, Zaab, Taha Warar, Kakawa, so Kakar, Sakir, Kakar, Zaab, Taha Warar, Aisha, Atha, Wa'ath, Kal, Kala Yaha, verse 25, Waya Aish, Ath, Mazabak, Hakatorath, I Tazaya, Shatayam, Hama'a, Harakawa, Ra'ama'a, Rakabwa, Rakaba Wa'amath Yam, Kwamathawa, Mamanawa, Harayawa, Kwarana Thayawa.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 37 and verse 18. And 6 branches going out of the sides thereof, 3 branches of the candlestick out of the one side thereof, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side thereof. Verse 19. 3 bowls made after the fashion of almonds is in one branch, a knop and a flower, and 3 bowls made like almonds in another branch, a knop and a flower. So throughout the 6 branches going out of the candlestick, verse 20, and in the candlestick were 4 bowls made like almonds, his knops and his flowers. Verse 21, and the knop under 2 branches of the same, and the knop under 2 branches of the same, and the knop under 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches going out of it. Verse 22, their knops and their branches were of the same. All of it was one beaten work of pure gold.
That's right.
Verse 23, and he made his 7 lamps and his snufflers and his snuff dishes of pure gold. Verse 24, of a talent of pure gold made he it, and all the vessels thereof. Verse 25, and he made the incense altar of shittim wood. The length of it was a cubit, and the breadth of it a cubit. It was 4 square, and 2 cubits was the height of it. The horns thereof were of the same.
And
That's in 25.
That's the last set. And with that, just up here, Mahdi. Amajium and Sarpan Wahakwadam, which means turn and face the east. We're going to do these prayers, do the prayers, first in the Hebrew and then in the English. It's the Lord's Prayer. Slakia. In the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malathuka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baharataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Lathalanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kawabathinawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawabathinawa, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayanawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Waha'ala, Wahathaparith, Lawalamium, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. It's a prayer for the power. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Babakoshai, Nathananawa, Hakak, Lara Pa'ah, Kal Maka Allah, Kal Madawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarium, Hakak, La Haquium, Slakian, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawath, Hatama Allah, Lagarashan, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Wadaman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. It's the blessed in the Hebrew. Rakatha Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Maka'ala, Wa Alahayim, Wa Tazabaya'ah, Alawap Yahanna, Wa Alawapiyam, Hasaranyam, Hakwatayanyan, Hakwayayoyo, Wa Ikwathian, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Wadaman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. To Psalms 121. Aisha Ayanya, Ahahariam, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Isariah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Waharataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasher Allah, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyaka, Yawam, Ashamash, Lahayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Bakarai, Afna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaathka, Wabawaaka, Mayata, White Iwalam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Dami Alakah, Al-Takarash, Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayah, Hana, Awabyaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Amakah, Yaharim Wa, Salakia, my fault. Yaharim Wa, Sawadah, Wayatha, Ya'ai Tazawa, Atazawapanyaka, Amaraka, Lakawa, Walakakidim, Magawaya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Naiwataza, Laba, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Barayath, Yakarathwa, Alahaya, Adawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wayamawan, Wamalak, Palashath, Amyashabya, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Selah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya Sarah, Kayabian, Banakal, Kwashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandayara, Hayawa, Damad, La'adama, Shayathamwa, Nada, Yatmawa, Kairab, Wakazabah, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Kaunaya Samwaka, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarshah, Lanawa, Ath, Naiwath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayathamwa, Kagaugala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, Ira Yaira, Wakalabaa, Thalahat, Harayam, Kathar Datma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapathka, Dabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabalawa, Aja Aid, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadayawa, Kayatha, Shimka, Yahawa, Labatka, Ayawam, Al Kaharataza.
In the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasha'Allah may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. The sword also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb. Yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Zalmunna, who said,
Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh, my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Sorry. Shall be seated. Men of Israel, yeah, you can keep it. Men of Israel, gird thyselves in comparison to the Torah. All right, and with that, men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat, Mariam, Barak, Yahweh, Sar, face online. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Madam Shabbat, Mariam, Barak, Yahweh, Smith.